My family thinks my corporate job is their personal ATM. It started small about 2 years ago when my cousin Sarah casually asked me to, accidentally, approve her fake expense report since I work in corporate accounting for a Fortune 500 company. I laughed it off and said absolutely not, thinking she was just joking around. She wasn't. A few weeks later, my brother Mike wanted me to leak our company's internal hiring timeline so he could time his job application perfectly and beat out other candidates. When I refused and explained that's confidential information, he called me selfish and said I was forgetting where I came from and getting too big for my britches. But these requests just kept escalating month after month. My aunt wanted me to somehow fudge her background check results so her DUI wouldn't show up. My uncle asked if I could make his bankruptcy disappear from credit reports. My cousin's girlfriend wondered if I could create fake employment verification letters. Each time I explained that's not how any of this works and I'd lose my career and face criminal charges, they'd guilt trip me relentlessly about family loyalty and helping each other out. They started making comments at every family gathering about how I had this easy corporate job and could help everyone if I wanted to. They'd joke about me being too good for the family now. The pressure was constant and exhausting. The real breaking point came at my nephew Tommy's high school graduation party 3 months ago. I'm trying to enjoy some cake and celebrate this kid's achievement when my Aunt Linda corners me by the dessert table. She's got this conspiratorial look in her eyes as she leans in close and whispers, "Just this once, can you bump up my credit score in the system?" I nearly choked on my frosting. I work for one of the biggest credit reporting companies in the country, and she somehow thinks I can just press some magic buttons and transform her 480 credit score into an 800. I patiently explained for what felt like the millionth time that individual employees don't have access to randomly change people's credit scores, and even if they did, that would be massive federal fraud. She rolls her eyes dramatically and goes, "Come on, family helps family. Nobody will ever know. You're being completely ridiculous about this." Before I can even respond, my Uncle Bob appears out of nowhere asking if I can get him pre-approved for a $500,000 mortgage, despite his $35,000 annual salary and absolutely terrible credit history. Then my own mother chimes in suggesting I could tweak just a few numbers on his income verification documents to make everything work out. I'm standing there in complete disbelief, surrounded by relatives who think white-collar felonies are just casual family favors. My dad joins the conversation and starts rattling off all the small favors I could supposedly do: inflating credit scores, hiding bankruptcies, creating fake employment histories, removing negative marks from credit reports. He's got this whole mental wish list of financial fraud he wants me to commit, and he's discussing it like a shopping list. Other relatives start gathering around, adding their own requests. Someone wants fake rental history created. Another person needs their student loans to accidentally disappear from their credit report. They're treating me like I'm some kind of financial wizard who can wave a magic wand and fix everyone's poor life choices. I finally snapped and told them I was leaving immediately and wouldn't be attending any family events until they stopped treating me like their personal crime syndicate. They called me dramatic, ungrateful, and stuck up as I grabbed my keys and walked out of that graduation party. For 3 solid weeks afterward, my phone blew up with guilt trips from every direction. Extended family members I barely knew were calling to tell me how disappointed they were in my selfishness. Apparently, word had spread throughout our entire extended family network that I was refusing to help everyone out. The manipulation was overwhelming, but I held firm on my boundaries.